5:55. LA traffic flow normal, 77 degrees, moderate to heavy smog. No matter where it happens, you'll hear it first on KRLA. Jim Stack, Heralding News on behalf of KRLA Radio, where Greater Los Angeles listens for news.
Get the news, get it fast. Get the news before it's past. Every hour of the day, you get the news while it's really news and not past history. On KFWB, Channel 98.
That's the news, and now you know it. NEWS. North, East, West, South. When news breaks out, we break in. News first. When seconds count. News no sooner done than said.
The KRLA weatherscope scans partly cloudy Los Angeles area skies this afternoon. Checks in with a forecast of no change in the weather pattern. Continued low clouds and local fog during the late night and early morning hours, and at least partly sunny during the afternoons tomorrow. Following an overnight low of 56 degrees, look for a high tomorrow at Civic Center near 70 degrees. Currently around the Los Angeles area, 64 degrees in Eagle Rock and San Marino. It's 63 degrees in Oxnard and Venice. 62 degrees at Los Angeles Civic Center. Jim Stack reporting today's 29th edition of Radio Los Angeles News for KRLA, where news comes first.
That's a lot of bullshit.
And the disc jockeys.
It's been a hard day's night. This horn. Something's happened to it. It sounds good. That's terrible. Ruined my reputation. It's 7. Can you hold on, please? Yes. It's 7 before 3 o'clock. KRLA's More Music Time. The Hullabalooers here on KRLA. Well, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. You bet. Goodbye. One of my Hullabalooers calling. They said, yesterday we heard you blowing your horn. I said, that's right. They said, yeah, we heard the rest of your show, too, and you blew your cool.
Number 1. Yes, according to the latest KFWB Fabulous 40 survey, this is the tune you have made this week in Los Angeles, number 1.
Good evening, dear. Here's your Forest Lawn charger plate. Bill Balance and Not a Midnight anxious to rack up points with the 500,000 people zeroed in on this broadcast. In the meantime, on with this rheumatic rhapsody.
You're a whole lot better off if you went out and got a good job somewhere.
Mom, back to your frozen custard stand.
You really going for the Bill Balance Show. You get that you know it's Bill Boy. That Balance
Number 19 on the contrapuntal 40 of KFWB, Dinah Washington and Brooke Benton. Well, now, friends, when things are going wrong all day and everybody seems to be having trouble, smile and laugh and you'll never grow old. I'll tell you why, because somebody will kill you first. Be back tomorrow night at 9.
You really go for the winning Bill Balance Show. When the heartbreakers go into his, you know it's Bill Show.
All music heard on the Bill Balance program was chosen by you.
Check in, Hullabalooers, on number 1, KRLA. I better repeat that. There's a few people over there at that other station who don't know yet. Number 1, KRLA. We don't lie.
That's a lot of bullshit.
Toots. That's a lot of bullshit. And it went. 1965, a new form of radio emerged. Listeners had been bombarded with didactic, unnecessary jingles, time tones, and other electronic gimmickry long enough. Echo! Tall time temperature tower! Making the mark of the Merc at the moment. Weather scope! Ionospheric environmental checkers! Lightning bolt! 1965. One man changed it all. Bill Drake. From Atlanta's WAKE to San Francisco's KYA, and finally to KHJ, Los Angeles. Bill Drake perfected a programming concept predicated on a clean and distant sound, devoid of the personality which cluttered the contemporary dial. Jingle.
Keep 'em short. Just say the call letters, maybe Golden or Robert W. Morgan or something important, and that's it.
Disc jockey.
Shut up. If you ain't got nothing to say, then just play a record. And God damn it, cut out on some of those spots. Just take care of biz.
And the beat goes on.
KHJ. They keep coming, and they're all great at 8:17. KHJ Big 93 time with Robert W. Morgan. His 52.
My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a
More music. KHJ. 7:45. KHJ Big 93 time on the Robert W. Morgan Show. Count them down from 93 up to number 1. Here's number 63 with the Circle. Red Rubber Ball.
I should have known you bid me farewell. 93 KHJ.
Off Radio congratulates Laura Ortiz of Santa Ana on the Orange County Boss Line. Won herself a complete set of the Big 93 hits. So can you be first to call the Boss Line at the sound of the noisemaker? Here's 48.
From the time I fall asleep till the morning, 'cause I dream about you, baby. KHJ Los Angeles.
8 o'clock in Los Angeles on the Robert W. Morgan Show.
She's one of those girls who seems to come in the spring. KHJ Los Angeles.
9 o'clock in Los Angeles. Good morning, everybody. This is Frank Jerry until noon. Waiting with his Big 93 for you, man. Yeah. All right. You ready for 39, the Big 93? Swing him a dice. Double shot of my baby's love. 9:03 KHJ Big 93 time. The Frank Jerry Show for Friday morning from Boss Radio with dozens of chances for you to win your own set of the Big 93. You listen for that New Year's noisemaker right now. Big number 38, Martha and the Vandellas.
Love, love, love.
The emphasis is on the music. More music.
If you can't say it over the intro of a record, then by God, don't say it. Keep it tight. Never lose momentum. Between every record, I want to hear the artist, the title, the name, the time, and that goddamn station.
It's clean, no nonsense, with the simple psychological emphasis centered on the music. More music. The station's jingles don't proclaim it as the biggest or the bestest, or revolve around station features, nor are they cluttered lengthy orchestral offerings. They only sing, and they sing
The station.
and they sell more music. Drake's secret was an ironclad format in which every record was immediately preceded by a jingle. In a synthesis of McLuhan and Pavlov, the listener is conditioned to expect a record immediately after each jingle. And right up against the record, then, is...
The station.
And its embodiment in...
The logo.
The logo. Repeated over and over again, the same rhythmical musical signature. The DJs are also the same, not superhuman with horns and lightning bolts flaring. He doesn't communicate or talk to his audience.
He's plastic.
He's talking on the music. He's talking in the medium.
But he ain't talking to you.
By completely purging the prattle from programming and substituting a predictable plasticity, Drake was irresistible and unstoppable. For years, Bill Drake's super formatted machine reigned as unbeatable solid number 1. But the repetition and impersonal plasticity, which were its original strength, were rapidly developing into boss boredoms. Drake himself realized these shortcomings and proceeded to tamper with his proven formula. The man was coming loose. They're loosening up.
All right. Drop a few jingles, but keep it tight. Please?
Well, these developments were only the surface of what were larger, more revolutionary changes. Changes which were to redirect the thinking of a decade and create a heretofore unimagined subculture of surprising strength and durability. Rock radio, its audience, and the medium itself were never to be the same. Music, and day by day, an ever larger part of a generation, were getting heavy. I said heavy.
far removed, distant, and impersonal approach could never fit the music of this movement nor satisfy its unpretentious adherents. Their straightforward approach to life was reflected in their new medium. FM, underground FM at first, had risen. It contained only the barest essentials. It played uninterrupted music for as long an uninterrupted period as possible.
Its only live vestiges rested in the unassuming announcer, who rather than announcing or renouncing, informed his listeners about the music, and parenthetically, disposed of whatever business impinged on the music as expeditiously as possible.
But although such outlets drew listeners on the strength of their music, they did not do so on their strengths as radio stations.
These stations did not use the radio medium as a form of communication in and of itself, but rather used it simply as a channel of communication, the same way as one uses the telephone, to convey information and entertain in an unassuming way, much as a record player does. And that's all.
This is KMET. I'm Mike Turner. I see the light flashing. Maybe that's a little rundown on Kama Sutra. Hello? Yeah, you into Kama Sutra oil? It's not. Run it. Yeah? Do you really like it? It's worthy? Better than Mazola oil? Better than Crisco? Wowee. Glad you called, brother. Okay, that's a testimonial, an unsolicited testimonial from a bizarro from out of the zone. Kama Sutra oil is better than Crisco. Let's see, back to the Japanese Film Festival. All right, anyway, we've got 5, which will be right. It's for people who call who want to go to the Japanese Film Festival. It's at the New Vagabond Theater, 2509 Wilshire, near Vermont. These tickets are not good for Friday and Saturday, but they're good any other night. So if you want to go, just be one of the first 5 people to call, and I'll run it on you. In the meantime, while I'm writing those names down, I'm going to play a cut from the new Taj Mahal album. The album is called Happy to Be Just Like I Am, and this cut is called Stealing.
And how does Mr. Drake react to these changes? Why, he gets heavy. He makes his disc jockeys get heavy within his format.
Jerry Butler on KHJ with Paul and Lyndon McCartney. The song was Tomorrow, and it's from their brand new album, Wings and Wildlife. You heard it at 6:46. I can't bring back yesterday, living for tomorrow. KHJ reminds you that Los Alamitos High School will hold their annual Renaissance Fair this Saturday at the school in Los Alamitos. The fair begins at 11 a.m. Showers off and on through tomorrow night. Clearing up on Saturday, though. Lows from 48 to 52. Highs near 60 and no smog. Orange County checks in with 53. In Hollywood, now we call it 50 degrees.
93 KHJ.
And who can save radio from this moribund middle-class cesspool of sound into which it has slid?
Buzz Bennett.
Buzz Bennett. From the depths of Bill Drake's own Boss Batcave, Bennett worked for years as one of Drake's own program directors at KGB in San Diego. And as radio matured and commensurately lost its vitality, he was carefully, albeit covertly, formulating a radically alternative approach to broadcasting. Because of his intimate knowledge from within of the Drake format, he perceived the most crucial nuances as well as the startling weaknesses which had appeared in the Drake machine. First and foremost, he capitalized on the medium itself. He transformed it from a simple carrier of formatted commercials and music to an entertainment form in and of itself. The jocks had to be more human, not more off the cuff like the man on the street. But gone forever would be the slick and distant delivery and carefully formatted, if occasionally greasy style of the current crop of Drake jocks. No longer would the announcer talk at a distance to his audience.
You can cop $1,000 in KGB cash coming down every hour.
Now simply,
rip that money off.
The phrase is contemporary and readily identifiable. Bennett's heresy soon earned him yet another title. However, it was no longer to be with the Drake organization. Following months of frustration, he tendered his resignation at KGB and took up residence at the very number 2 competition across town, KCBQ. There he put his program to work. His jocks were up, very up, never impersonal, never superhuman, never phony nor insincere. But they were clearly not the average bozo you'd sit down next to on the crosstown bus. They generated excitement. The first word out of their mouths, first time, every time, was KCBQ. And every time the DJ opened his trap, by God, something happened. Something is always going on. All focused on creating the message to the listener that the station is not only very much his, but that the entire excitement is not centered specifically on the jock, nor on the music, but on the fact that it's the radio. And the radio is
Q, and they're going to think Q when they're walking, when they're talking, when they take a bath. They're going to think Q.
The adrenaline veritably oozes from the towers on the north side of town.
6 o'clock at KCBQ, San Diego. Here I am, the Rich Robbin. I'm going to have a winner every 20 minutes. And we're going to waste 30 cars and thousands of dollars. And Smokey wants to. At 6:05 in the past few years, thousands of shoppers have switched to Food Basket. Why? Well, because Food Basket gives you more than you expect. How else could a small regional chain grow to be the nation's eighth largest food retailer in 8 short years? Well, Food Basket is young and they're vigorous and they're progressive and they can last all night. No, Food Basket doesn't wait for others to introduce new ideas. Food Basket has the vision and the courage to be first. First with everyday low pricing. First with one-shop shopping convenience. First with extra key buys. First with single item pricing. First with truth and meat labeling. And first with guaranteed value per measure. Food Basket leads where other supermarkets often follow, but only Food Basket gives you all these benefits and more, so why wait? Join the thousands who have switched. Space to shop at Food Basket. I told you last night I taught the chickens how to use the outhouses. They must have forgot. The original discount supermarket. There's one in Allied Gardens on Waring Road. Sunny and warm through tomorrow in the Valley down 67, downtown 62.
Rich Brother,
Yeah.
KCBQ.
If the chickens use the outhouses, you don't have to clean off the sidewalk all the time. That's what I got up this morning.
KCBQ giving away 30 cars and thousands of dollars. In just a couple moments, man, we're going to give away an Opel Cadet, man. It's going to be out of sight instantly. All you got to do is call in and win.
Greatest contest on earth.
Who's this on the phone? Chris, you just ripped off a Galaxy, a Ford Galaxy. What'd you think of that?
Call in and win.
You just ripped off a $1,000 bill from me.
Just call in and win.
You want to just turn yourself in front of this car from Q? Oh, thank you.
Just call in and win on Super Q.
KCBQ giving away 30 cars and thousands of dollars. I can dig it.
Let's give a car away now. What caller you want?
Well, let's see. How about the 14th caller?
How about the 14th caller? 297-8200. This is Rich Brother Robbin. Shotgun Tom and I are going to give away an Opel Cadet. Opel Cadet right now.
Right now.
14th caller.
Call right now. Win instantly. You. Go down to qualify.
You. Wow. Kill yourself.
I was born in a wagon, I was traveling the show. My mama used to dance for the money they stole.
Who's this on the phone? Hey, we haven't even told you anything yet. What are you screaming about?
I have this feeling. I hope I
You have a feeling? Where do you have a feeling?
I have to get in that car
communication is what Buzz Bennett accomplishes. Most of all, he transcends the wasteful use of the radio as a mere channel conveying information and instead utilizes the medium itself to communicate the ongoing excitement to his audience. Whether he's kinetic or reflective, Buzz Bennett communicates. And he communicates with you.
Greatest contest on Earth.
KCBQ gives you 2 ways to rip a car off. Here's the first way. An instant rip-off. No need to qualify. Just call in and win your car. Instantly. Now stick close to your phone because at any second, we'll give you a cue and you call in. That's all. Then you win your car. No need to qualify. Just call in and win your car instantly. The other way, you count the numbers given hourly between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. We'll read a number on the air each hour. Total the numbers. Then send or bring your dated entry to us within 7 days. In case of tie, we'll draw for the winner. 2 ways to win a car. In KCBQ's greatest contest on Earth.
Get set to start counting the numbers again tomorrow morning at 7.
KCBQ is an unprecedented success. It owns the town. An undisputed number 1. The only station to ever soundly trounce Bill Drake's heretofore well-oiled machine.
Bennett is communicating while the others are not. And the key is that he's using the radio to do it. The medium communicates, and not a plethora of puerile gimmicks enclosed in an abstract formula. As McLuhan emphasizes, the medium is the message. The important thing is not that one hears a jingle or 20 minutes of album cuts played back to back, but that one is not listening to the garbage can, the washing machine, the incinerator, or the kitchen sink, but listening to the radio. The important thing is how can you most effectively use that medium to communicate to the people. In a time when contemporary radio universally fails or indeed does not attempt such a feat, it's clear that radio must reevaluate and redirect itself, or ultimately a Buzz Bennett will arrive and redirect it.